Hey guys, today is we're doing Unit 8, Lesson 12. Unit 8, Lesson 12, and we are doing, it's basically what we did yesterday, a little bit more structured. So we're displaying numerical data on a histogram and we're going to write our observations. Just to review, a histogram looks like this. It's just another way to display data or answers to our questions, numerical data. And this is the frequency, the number of times this happened. So this is the cereal survey, and I don't remember, it was boxes of cereal. 0 to 2 boxes probably per month or something. I don't know. More people chose 0 to 2 boxes than any others, and only one person did 9 to 11. So not really sure what the question was. Doesn't really matter. And then the frequency table is just a way to organize your data before you put it in the histogram. And it's continuous data, which means the lines touch, the data touches. Even if there was one with 0, it's because there's 0 people that wanted that. But the data goes from 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8. You wouldn't say 0 to 2 and then skip a bunch and put 7 to 8. It needs to be continuous all the way through. Okay, so let's do one. Here's the first input model. The table below shows the number of minutes 15 students spent reading the first chapter of a new novel. So 15 students read the first chapter, they timed themselves, and they marked down how long it took them to read it. So one kid was able to read it in 4 minutes, while another kid read it in 22 minutes. So maybe this student has a harder time reading on grade level, and this kid is just super good reader. So what we want to do is find these are the answers to our question. We want to actually show that on a frequency table and a histogram. So for the frequency table, we're going to just make a table like this. You always want to title your tables, minutes, reading, you could say, or you could show it up there too, okay? So for mine, it's going to be minutes, and it's going to be tally, and then it's going to be frequency, okay? And we're going from, the numbers go from 4 to 22. Now, do I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 22, or do I want to group it in groups? I want to group it in groups. So my first group is going to be 1 through 5. So 1 through 5 minutes. So I will make a tally for every single one that falls within 1 to 5 minutes. Then I want to do 6 through 10 minutes, 11 through 15 minutes, 16 through 20 minutes, and 21 through 25. And I'm just going to go through, and wherever it falls in this category, I'll put a tally mark. So 10 falls between 6 and 10. 12 would go here. 17 would go here. 4 would go here. 15 here. 7 would be here. 21 would be here. 18. 6. 16. 15. Oops. I don't know why I wanted to put a little dash on that. 22. 14, 6, and 12. Now I can put my dash. So this is actually what teachers do. We actually look at data like this because then we can see, I need, like for most people in the class, it took 11 to 15 minutes. And I would think, okay, these kids, especially this group of kids that went 21 to 25 minutes, I need to work with them on their reading skills. So this is actually really good information. Frequency is just the number. So there's 5, there's 3, there's 2. Okay, now we're going to make our histogram. The y-axis, remember y is the up and down, like you're saying yes, you nod up and down. The x-axis would be this one, and it's the one that's on the ground. X marks the spot, 0 would be here. And now I'm just going to make my tallies or my tick marks to match these. And remember, if 0 is here, you're going up. So this one would mean 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15. Oops, I should put those. That's not what I meant to do. The frequency, the y is frequency. So we would go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need to go any bigger than that. And then here would be 1 to 5 and those, okay. 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25. Now all I have to do is make my histogram boxes. So there was one person who read it in 1 to 5 minutes. So that's pretty good. That person is probably one of the best readers, I guess, in the school. 6 to 10 minutes, there were 4 people. So I'm going to go up to the 4 and just make my column or my box. 11 to 15, there were 5 students. That's the average. And then, or I should say, that's the most in this histogram. 16 to 20, there were 3. And 21 to 25, there were 2. So all I'm doing is I'm kind of eyeballing, kind of looking over, and it's not 100% accurate, but I'm just kind of gauging it by these frequencies over here. So now with that, I have to measure the center and the median and measure variability. And hang on just a second with that. Hopefully that really paused. I don't think so because it's still counting. This thing will not pause. I don't know what the problem is, but here we go. Okay, so the mean, remember the mean is the one that you have to add everything up and then divide by the amount of numbers. So that is going to be these numbers at the top. Oh, no, it's not showing me. Oh, these numbers up here. So everyone well, I guess I'll add these up, but I'm gonna have to pause it again. I'm gonna go ahead and add them up so I don't use up my time because I only get 15 minutes. So let's see if I can pause this. Okay, so to get the mean, I went ahead and listed all the numbers and then added those up. I got 195. There's 15 numbers altogether. So I took 195 and divided by 15. So I got a mean of 13. And then I'm just gonna not do median right quick. I'm gonna show you that too. And then the measure of variability is just the range. That just means range. So the range is taking the biggest number and subtracting the smallest number. So my biggest number was 22, I believe. Yep. And my smallest number was 4. So it was 17, I believe. Am I right? Oh, wait, no, it's 18. 4, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What did I do? Oh, wait, maybe it was 22. Oh, it was 22. So 22, and I was the biggest, and I subtracted by the lowest, which gives me a range of 18. Okay, so my range is 18. Median is when you put them all in order from smallest to biggest, and then you cross off one, cross off the other. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I did is all of these, I just put in numerical order from the smallest to the biggest. We're trying to find the middle number. Remember, median means middle. So all I have to do now is cross off a low number, cross off a high number until I get to 1, or I get to 2 numbers left. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. And it's an odd number. There's 15, so I don't even have to remember if it ends with 2, you have to add them up and divide by 2. So the median is 14. All right. So I'm going to go through the structured guided practice with you. What I want you to do right now is take these numbers and put them in order from lowest to highest. And then, so you're going to press pause. All you're doing for the first step is putting these numbers in the lowest to highest. Okay, do that now and I'll meet you back here in just a second. Okay, so I'm back. This is what I got. I know that there's 7 times 2, there's 14 numbers, so my numbers need to be 14. So this means we're going to have an even number, so we're going to end up with 2 for the median, and we'll have to divide by 2. So this is what I got. Hopefully you got the same. So I'm just going to jump and do my median right now, since I have them all in order. So I'm going to go low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. I have 2 left, so I'm going to find the average of those 2 by adding them together. 10 plus 12 is 22. Then divide by 2 because I have 2 numbers, 10 and 12. So my median, or my middle number, the average of those 2 is 11. So now what I want you to do is go ahead and make your frequency table. This is number of fruits, veggies, and I'll help you set it up. You're going to have the number, the tally, and the frequency. And let's use, we're going to go by 4s, so it'd be 0 to 4, and then it would be 5 through 8, and so on. Okay? So pause this and get finished, and then I want you to do the tallies and the frequency. See you in a second. Okay, I lied. Actually, I didn't lie, but I messed up. So if you did this, you can fix it, or your frequency table is going to look a little different. 0 through 4 is actually 5 numbers, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 numbers. So I had to continue that. So 5 through 9, 10 through 14, 15 through 19, 20 through 24, because 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, that's 5 numbers. Okay, so I just went through all my data. If it landed anywhere between 0 and 4, like a 4 and a 3 and another 4, I gave it 3 tallies. So hopefully you have something that looks like this. The next step is to make the histogram. And so see if you can do that on your own, and I'll meet you right back here in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. So remember, the Y is the frequencies. So you're just copying right out of here. I went from 0 up to 6. My 0 is always right here, just like when we were doing coordinate planes. I went up to 6. I don't really need 6. I could have stopped at 5. And then this one, so this would be your independent variable, and this would be your dependent variable. And so this one I just copied right here by the numbers. So now it's just a matter of looking at my frequency and making my boxes. So from 0 to 4, I have 3. So I made it up to the 3. From 5 to 9, I also have 3. 10 to 14, I have a 5. 15 to 19, only 1. And 20 through 24, I have 2. All right, so now for the measure of variability, I'm just going to, that's the range. Take my highest number, which was what? A 21? Subtract my lowest number, which is 18. My range equals 18. So I did that. This is also, let's see, for the mean is the measure of center. So this is when you add all those up. I don't mind if you use a calculator. So add all those numbers up and divide by 14. And I'm going to do that. So pause this and let's see if you got it right. Okay, I'm running out of time. I got 154 divided by 14, and I got the mean as 11. Good luck on your homework. Message me if you have any questions.